Hey there, hi there, and ho 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 there. My name is Cory Geishauser. I am the activities coordinator at Senior Life Altoona, and I just wanted to share one of my many favorites of activities that I've been so fortunate to share with so many other people over the past 25 years. Now, I have a gift slash curse, but more of a curse. I am a vat of useless knowledge. Have been compared to Cliff Clavin, who was the mailman on the old sitcom Cheers. So I'll throw some of this stuff at you. Maybe you know some of this, maybe you don't. So here we go. Did you know Shaggy from Scooby Doo? Where are you? Like Zoink Scoob? His real name was Norval Rogers. See why he goes by Shaggy. And did you know also that the creator of Garfield and Odie, the guy's name is Jim Davis? Of course, he's made mucho millions and buku bucks, so he still is the main cartoonist, but he has an entire staff of people that do most of his work. Now, let's talk about some TV shows. The name of the very last episode of MASH, which at the time, if you look this up, had more viewers than the Super Bowl. And this goes back to 1983. The final episode was called Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. The final episode of Newhart, which was when he took care of a bed and breakfast at up in Maine. No, it was Vermont. I think it was Vermont. Well, someplace up in New England. The very last episode. This was Larry, Darryl, and Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl. Okay, and Tom Poston played George the handyman. The very last episode, he woke up. Very last scene, and turned on the lights. It was in bed with his wife from the old Bob Newhart show from the 70s, where he was a psychiatrist. It was Suzanne Plachette. And he said, honey, I had the weirdest dream. And it got rave reviews, one of the best endings of a sitcom ever. And she said, Bob, you woke me up to tell me this. What was it about? He said, I was an innkeeper at a place in Vermont. A little more trivia right there. How about Superman? Superman, okay? So we know that green kryptonite makes Superman weak, right? Do you know what red kryptonite does to him? It makes him bad and mean and nasty. And what about the late great Mr. Fred Rogers, who was from not far from our area in Pennsylvania, of Latrobe, home of famous golfer Arnie Palmer, too. One of my favorite drinks, Arnie Palmer, little half of iced tea, half of lemonade. Okay, but Fred Rogers, you might have heard within the past year or so, because Governor Wolf declared 143 Day, which is coming up here. I think it may, you have to look it up. I think it's May 21st or 23rd. It's the 143rd day of the year. But anyways, if you know anything about Mr. Rogers, the number 143 kept popping up. Well, guess what? During his whole entire adult life, Fred Rogers tried to always weigh in at 143 pounds. When he was a child, he was a little overweight and was constantly picked on and bullied by other kids. All throughout his adult life, he remained at 143 pounds. And that was a code on the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood program. One, I love LOVE 4 FOUR U YOU 143. Just something kind of cool. Mr. Rogers. Some may know that there's lots of famous actors, comedians, singers, musicians, and movie stars from Pennsylvania. More here in the central, maybe even southwest, in the area of Indiana, the great Jimmy Stewart. James Stewart was from Indiana, Pennsylvania. And did you know this? The Jimmy Stewart Museum is located at their public library on the third floor. Jim Stewart. And finally, for this round, a little sports trivia. The Pittsburgh Pirates minor league Eastern League affiliate, AA affiliate team, the Altoona Curve, is our big brothers, is the Pittsburgh Pirates. The name Altoona Curve came from a play on two little things. The Altoona Horseshoe Curve. With if anybody in the Great Commonwealth knows any type of history of railroad, especially back in the World War II times, you know about the famous Horseshoe Curve Bend, not too far from Altoona, PA. But it's also a play on words because of curveball in baseball. See you later.